Don't get me wrong. I love a Jamie-centric episode, and we could argue that that's what we got in episode 1 of season 5. But I want to talk about Roger today. God, my heart goes out to him. Reader and friend of all things Outlander, the story of Outlander can release you. Dinah Fash Sassenach. What you bring to any situation you find yourself can be enough. But before we fall for the stones and talk about what we can learn from Roger this week, be sure that you're subscribed to my channel. Go by JennyWellsReads.com and look for Outlander in the menu, or find me at Jenny Wells Reads on all the things. In season 1 of episode 5, there's so many wonderful things happening that it's hard to pick just one theme. But I want to focus today on the 3 oaths that Roger takes in the midst of a whole episode of people taking oaths. But here's the thing. In season 4, Roger got a lot of flack. And I would say, based on how the show presented him, he deserved it. But I would suggest that Roger is like a lot of us. He's messy. He's trying to find his way. And he's trying to find his way in a situation where a whole bunch of crazy circumstances have been thrown upon him and that he's chosen to embrace. So in this episode, we see Roger take an oath 3 times. He makes an oath with Bree, he makes an oath with Jemmy, and he makes an oath with Jamie. My heart goes out to him. As messy as he was in season 4, his identity has shifted so foundationally and profoundly. And of course, Roger wonders how his skills can contribute to the place that he finds himself. And so his identity as just a man and being able to feel confident in what you can bring to the table, that also has been shifted. Roger's choice to enter into these commitments, covenants, giving them their oaths, saying his vows, it is coming at a tremendous cost for him. But what does he do? He makes an even stronger commitment to Jemmy and to Bree. He gives the blood oath and calls Jemmy that no matter what, Jemmy is his son. But then to face Jamie, I understand Roger's hesitation. Do you? I'd be curious. Leave me a comment. I would absolutely shake in my boots if I was in Roger's situation. And as Roger explains to Bree, he has to take some time to think about it before he acts. And that's what I think he's doing in that gathering around the fiery cross. He is considering what his words are going to mean. And that's the thing. When we make a promise, when we give our vows, not just in marriage, but to one another in community, our words need to hold weight, both to us and to the situation that we find ourselves in and the people that we're making our promises to. When Jamie puts on that kilt and he calls the men to arms and he gives a vow to them and they give a vow to him, there is great meaning in it, and Roger understands that. And how great that Roger knew the vow. Roger takes Jamie by surprise, and I have a feeling this is only the beginning of Roger's scholarly, historical perspective on what is about to take place. He is going to bring a knowledge to the place that Jamie and those on the ridge find themselves. And how often have we seen captains, colonels around the strategy table, and Roger's going to do fine right there. He doesn't necessarily have to know how to be on the battlefield to bring great value to the challenges that they will find themselves in. But he took time to think about it because he understands that his words matter. His words hold weight. There are a lot of vows in this episode. I mean, do I even go into Jaime and Murtagh and the beginning and the end? I don't think I've ever seen Sam Heughan cry quite as much as he did in that scene. I mean, I actually saw a tear fall from his face to the ground. Sam hasn't portrayed Jaime as a very overt crier, but oh, didn't it break your heart? I'm sure it did. The weight of Jaime releasing Murtagh from his vow. This is what I want for you. I believe that our love of this story can inform our lives. Do you know the weight of your words? Because once you say them, you understand. Some of us more than others. There can be a high cost to the things that we promise each other. There can be very unclear decisions that we're going to have to make, like Jaime is facing as he goes through this process with Governor Tryon. Like Roger, you may be faced with the need to take an oath or make an oath where you think, I don't know if I have what it takes. But the thing is you may not yet even realize, and there's a good chance the people around you won't realize, what you actually have to bring to the table. And it is whatever you have to bring is a good thing. Outlander deeply affects us. I was just at the season 5 premiere in LA 4 days ago. And I cannot get over the profound emotions that this story stirs up in you and in me. If you go to my website, jennywellsreads.com, you will find a quiz that I made based on season 1 of Outlander. What gift does the story of Outlander want to give you? You can go check it out there, and please share. Let people know about this fun opportunity that I've presented for you. There's a link in the show notes. Make the magic of Outlander more than a fantasy. What can your story be?